Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is October 25th, 2024, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only because, as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over here to these charts and see what we see. Let me maximize this quarterly chart, resize, and zoom in just a little bit here. As we can see, we're still fighting these tops. The supply back over here. Let me just give a year. 2020 back from 2021. Again, like I said, it's a few years back, but that's what we're, in my opinion, that's what we're fighting. These guys here up here who sold before are selling again, and we're having a hard, that same marker that I had on there last week. You know, I think it's going to have a hard time crossing that level. No trade recommendation, but that's just my mark in the sand that I think it's going to have a hard time crossing and all in closing above. Again, we're trading right now. The Russell is trading above a yearly R1, which is really pretty strong and pretty bullish for the Russell. But we're going to be hanging out here at the top, I think, for a while. We've got to just kind of like wait and see what happens after the elections coming up. But let's go down to the monthly chart and see what we see there on this monthly chart. Again, since we know this marker is marking that top back up there, as we can see, the last few months we've just been hanging out up here, going nowhere, going sideways, and this is one of the things that the Russell does. You know, there's some great strategies that you can play with the Russell if you got that kind of money to play those type of strategies on the Russell. No trade recommendation. I'm not saying any product, and I'm not saying any strikes. I'm not saying any strategy. You guys who trade and trade that stuff, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And all. It can be very profitable for you guys, and all. That's what I see. And all. Again, we are above the 9-10 moving average. Starting off this last quarter of the year, we are above pivot, so I do kind of expect us to stay above pivot and see if how close are we to an R1. If we get to an R1, we will at least break this year high if the Russell does that. But as we can see, you know, on the Russell at times doesn't get crossed an R1. This last quarter, it did. It went to an R2 level and all, and ended up closing right at an R2 level. So there's potential that it could actually maybe make it to an R1 this last quarter and all before the end of the year. That's just what I see. But let's go ahead and go back down to the weekly chart. See what we see there on the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, we're seeing this crazy looking stuff up here, this thing hanging out up here at the top, get up here at the top, slam back down. It's not going, it didn't go, it went lower than last week's low. So again, we got, excuse me, we got a lower high and a lower low here on this candle and all, but we get that on the Russell. We get lower high, lower lows, we get a lower high. But again, it's going sideways. It's not going anywhere. So again, it's one of those things, you know, trying to hit your home run is in a small park if you think you're going to be hitting a home run. So just think of it that way. And you're not hitting nothing, you know, where you're going to be making all-time highs when it comes to the Russell. So trade accordingly, trade according to your plans, your strategies, and all, and see what's actually happening here on the chart with the Russell. But let's go down to the daily chart, daily noise, and wrap this on up on the daily noise. This is what we see here. The daily noise actually gives you some pretty good patterns, though. That's the whole thing with the Russell. It gave you a topping and all with some follow through and came down and hung out down here. So that's from the top. Let's say the top was right here that day. You got lucky and all and got in there and played it to the downside. That's 225 all the way down to 220. I know, a $5 drop. That's why I'm saying you're not hitting it, knocking it out of the park, but you're getting a good double, good triple out of it. That's about it. And that's all I really want to share at this time. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys have a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Have a great party, Gigi. I know your mother may be watching this. So I'll talk to you guys later. Talk to you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.